Hi everybody. Um, Sorry I haven't been about a bit. There's been a lot going on, mainly migraines. I've been suffering with migraines a lot this past week or so, and it's not nice. It's not. It's not nice. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. But these migraines starts off like in the front of my head. It spreads, but then the headache. Yes, hello Rosie. And then the headache kind of makes my tinnitus worse. The tinnitus makes my headache worse, and it's like a vicious circle. And 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 then I start getting earache, and then the pain spreads to my jaw, and my jaw hurts, and then my back teeth hurts, and I just feel like my head is just going to explode. So yeah, and say hello to the little princess attention whore. Yes, you. Can you see yourself? Can you? Eh? You little tard. But she's gorgeous. She's my little princess still. Aren't you, eh? You're my little princess still. But yeah, anyway, migraines, yeah. So I've been suffering with that. I went to my mum's on Sunday because my brother came down with my brother and my sister-in-law came down with their two boys from Cumbria. So yeah, they were staying at my mum's. I went over on Sunday, and yeah, no, there's Coco as well. So yeah, I went over Sunday because it was their oldest boy's third birthday. So it's like, of course I'm going to go over and see them. And I made a Thomas the Tank Engine cake. Although I do struggle making character cakes, I can never get it just right. It always, to me, it looks naff, but everyone else is always like, oh yeah, it's really nice. But maybe the people are like just saying that just to, you know. But the kids, the kids knew who it was, so that's the main thing. It turned out all right. The cake turned out all right, which is a good thing. It was edible before anybody says. But yeah, we did that. We went there and got to see my other nephew, my brother's youngest, my brother and sister-in-law's youngest, and he's so cute and adorable. Such a happy, smiley baby. I've never known anything like him. He's so cute and adorable. But yeah, I had a good time catching up with them and that. So, but the thing is, I got home and didn't feel right at all. Had another migraine, and on top of that, I think I must have eaten something that my body didn't agree with. Tried to be careful what I ate, obviously because of the lactose thing. And oh my god, stomach cramps. I had stomach cramps and nausea. On top of migraine. It's not exactly the best mix. So yeah, I've just been trying to fight it. So as you can see, I'm just like suffering with a bit of a spot outbreak. They're doing my head in. They're a lot better now. These two were like huge, bright red, but these are like healing now. That one, as you can see, that's actually healing. But that, oh my god, that was painful. That one was big and painful. It was horrible. And then and then there's a smaller one there, there's a smaller one there, and that one there. They're just, oh, I get fed up of the spots. So, but I've started a new healthy eating diet. Yet another one, um, which I'm hoping will help with this. So yeah, fingers crossed for that. Maybe lose a bit of weight, but I do seriously need. Well, things with me, I don't eat. I can't eat 3 meals a day. Half the time, majority of the time, I'd eat 1 or 2 meals a day, and that's it. That's all I can deal with. I can't eat anymore. Sometimes I can just go the whole day without anything to eat. I'll just drink water or drink tea, drink herbal tea. I can't. Some days I can't face eating. Just the thought of eating makes me feel ill. So um, so yeah, that's something I have, I'm having to deal with as well. So we'll see how this new plan goes. Um, I'm hoping it may help. I mean, this new plan, um, it's you can have between 3 and 5 meals a day. Obviously, I've gone for three, but yesterday I only managed one meal. But the rest of the day I slept because I was so tired. I was so absolutely knackered. I was falling asleep all the time, so I just stayed in bed. So I slept, and for me, if I'm tired and hungry at the same time, I'd much rather sleep than eat. My body, I can't eat food while I'm tired because my body just doesn't seem to register it, and I just can't. And also, eating, having something to eat when you're just before going to sleep, or just having a nap, it's not the best thing to be doing. So yeah, I'd much rather sleep than eat because I just need. Obviously, I suffer with a lot of fatigue with the ME and that, but it's just one of those things where I get a lot of, and I just deal with it. You know, I just deal with it. It's part of the ME, I suppose. It's the biggest part of ME. So yeah, it's something I deal with, and Alicia's had to learn to deal with it when I'm not well enough to do things. I mean, I'm glad really because she's very independent. She knows how to cook. I've taught her how to cook and everything. She's always been very independent. Um, and I mainly taught her how to cook when before I went back. When I went back to work, and I was working. I've been working about 20, 30 hours a week. Um, and Alicia was only at junior school. She was in her last year of junior school at the time. So, she'd come home and she'd know how to, she could make herself some beans on toast, or you have use the grill for toasty. And then there's always people around that's there if she needs help. I mean, she's got a friend who lives just up the road from us, literally at the end of our street and across the road. The house is literally there. So that's where her friend lives with her three sisters and her mum and dad. So Alicia will go there if she needs anything, or if they're not about, there's people down the other end of the road that she knows, that we know, that she can count on. There's next door neighbour, or neighbours both sides that we know and can, so she's, if there's anything, she would. But I used to try and make sure that I got shifts during the day. I would prefer shifts during the day, so she's not on her own so much in the evening. So yeah, she's always been pretty. So because I've taught her how to cook and everything when she was younger, um, she's quite independent. She can cook herself. She's even done baking in the past. She's done some baking in the past, which she enjoys doing. She enjoys doing every now and again. Not all the time, just every now and again. So, she's pretty good with. She's pretty good when it comes to when I'm in bed and I'm not well. She'll sort herself out her own meals. She'll sort the animals out. And make sure that one thing she doesn't do is her chores. That's one thing she stops doing. If I'm in bed and I'm not well and I can't get out of bed, she will not do her chores, and she knows that winds me up. I'm sure she does it on purpose just to wind me up half the time. But yeah, she doesn't do her chores when I'm not well. She thinks, oh, Mommy's in bed, not well. I'll get away with get away with my chores and not do them. I bet that's what she thinks. I'm sure that's what she thinks. So, but other than that, she's pretty good. I can't fault her on that, but she does know how to push it. Like all teenagers, they do know how to push it, don't they? It's just trying to I think it's just trying to test boundaries. Trying to test my boundaries. Not a good thing to do. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. But no, I'm just So yeah, it's been like, it was pretty much like that yesterday. I was pretty much in bed most of the day yesterday. But Alicia did go swimming with a couple of her friends yesterday, so she wasn't actually in the house for most of the afternoon, which isn't too bad. Which wasn't too bad. I got to have a rest, have a sleep. But yeah, fatigue is something I deal with every day, almost every day. There are some days where I get up and I'm doing okay. I can do a few bits, I can do a few things, but at the moment, last couple of weeks, it's been obviously I've had fatigue due to the migraines. The migraines have zapped my energy, and I just I can't be dealing with it. So yeah, that's about that. But other than that, things have been going okay. Rose has been a little bugger. My mum gave me a lamb leg bone for Rosie. Obviously, Coco can't eat it because he hasn't got any teeth left. Well, he's only got one. He's got one canine tooth, just the one canine tooth. So he's not going to be able to have that. So I gave her the bone last night, and she disappeared. She'd been gone for 2 hours before she decided to come down to get for a wee. I was like, okay, fair enough. And anyway, at that point, I was like, yeah, I think it's time to go to bed. Went upstairs, and she'd been on my bed having a go at that bone, and the bone had all the, it's basically like the knee joint, and so she'd eaten the actual knee joint and the cartilage and everything that's in that, and all the marrow that was inside, and the bit of meat that was left on it. So there's like bits of blood, bits of crap all over my bed, and there was bits of bone in my bed, on my sheets, on my quilt cover, and I'm like, oh my god, it's too late to be doing anything with this. I've only just changed it to the point that my other bedding is kind of in the machine waiting to go out, which I'll put out once I've done this video, and I've got to change my bedding again twice this week because of this little madam. I've got to change my bedding again once that's dried. So I'm not looking forward to that because it takes a lot of energy out of me just changing my bed. It does really wear me down. I have to get Alicia to help me. So obviously I can't do anything until Alicia gets back. But it's just, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. The fact that I've now got to change all my bedding and that, so yeah. But it's a good job. I love my little princess, isn't it? Isn't it, Rosie Woo? Hey, yes, it is, isn't it, Rosie Woo? Hey? Yes, there she is. Yes, no. Yes. Who can resist that little face? Who can resist that little face? Cute little bugger, aren't you? Cute little bugger. So, and as you can see, my new wallpaper, I actually did it. I did say I'd done it. It took me a while. It's been done quite a few weeks now, but every time I've done a video, I've always been upstairs in my bedroom, so I've not been able to. Hello. I've not been able to show you guys my handiwork, but yeah, I got the wallpaper up. I just got through all three walls to do, which that one shouldn't be too bad because all I have to do is paint that one. And then that side I've got I've got that to clear because I'm getting another cabinet in there. Those shelves are going up in my room in my crafty corner, so I've got to pack all that lot up. I've got to get some boxes to pack all that lot up. I'll just leave it in boxes until I get the cabinet, because I'm having my mum's old display cabinet when they change it all. But that just looks untidy now. So I said, you know, I could do with it because, you know, I've got things to display, but my shelves are a bit, it looks a bit tatty. So that would be ideal for in my bedroom, in my crafty corner. So I'll probably get that done, you know. I'll be able to sort them shelves out pretty soon, really. If I empty the shelves, pack it all up, and then I can, obviously I'll get someone to help me. I know the person who can help me. It's just getting hold of him. Get all that lot upstairs. I mean, it's not heavy. That lot's not heavy. It's not heavy at all. It's just bulky. I mean, that was in my bedroom when I was living at home. Before I left home, that was in my bedroom. And when I moved into Wilson Street, it came with me. Was it Wilson Street that came with me? Or was it when I moved in? No, it's when I moved in here. I didn't have it in Wilson Street, did I? When I was at Wilson Street, no. When I moved in here, Mum let me have that, so I was like, yay! So that'll go upstairs in my bedroom. Give it a good clean down. It needs a damn good clean. So once I've emptied it, I can clean it all. The shelves come off easy enough. So I'll just give it all a good clean down and get my friend to come and help me get the bugger upstairs. That's the plan, because I need something in my crafty corner to store everything. Because at the moment, everything's in piles on the floor, you know, around about on the floor in my on the floor right in my crafty corner. I've got nowhere to move. I'm stepping over things, and I was just like, I need something. I need something in there. So, yeah, that will be going upstairs. So, and there's nothing on there that I really need immediately because it's all just like ornaments and photos and that, and also. By the looks of it, it's been used as a dumping ground by my lovely daughter. So all I need to do is get rid of the rubbish, box everything up, and that can be just boxed up, left to the side for a bit until I get it. Move that upstairs, and while I'm moving that upstairs, I can actually do that wall and that corner there, because I can pull that corner out where the chair and bookshelf is. I can just pull all of that out. Excuse me, and decorate it. Simple. So yeah, that's the plan. I want to get some shelves in above the vivs once it's all decorated, obviously. So yeah, I've got big plans for in here. I've still got to rehang that picture up that's supposed to be up on this wall, and a smaller picture that goes on that bit there, which is of my old cat Roger from when I was growing up. He was my little pud. I used to love Roger. He was my little baby. Anyway, I'm gonna get going because I need to get on. I need to get this washing out. I want to get my bedding dry before Alicia gets home, and in this wind, it should dry. Fingers crossed. Because I can't be sleeping on the sofa again. That was just no, can't be dealing with it. Anyway, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, get the message out about how invisible illnesses do affect people and that we're not making it up. No, people, we're not making it up. Honest. We do get accused, a lot of people do get accused of making it up. I'm sure some people probably think I make it up half the time. I know a few people that do treat me like I'm making it up. I know there are a few people out there that do. So, yeah, let's get the message out. Invisible illnesses do exist and they do cause havoc on our lives. Sorry, but it's true. So, yeah, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, whatever. Share my video, share my channel, and let's get the message out there and let people know exactly what an invisible illness entails and what it's like to live with one. And I'm not talking about a teenager either, although that could be classed as one. Okay, Bye bye, and I shall see you soon. I'll try not to leave it so long this time. I keep saying that, I know, but I'll try not to. Okay, bye bye.